You know, the 1991 Act, for our viewers, Mr. Owaisi, passed by the Narasimha Rao government, prohibited the conversion of any place of worship, maintained the religious character of place of worship as existed in 1947. But the law exempted the Ayodhya dispute, and 3 years ago, that dispute was settled. You believe that Kashi is not exempted, am I correct?
Rajdeep, it is not me, but the whole country accepts that apart from Babri Masjid, any other issue cannot be reopened now. What stood as a masjid, what stood as a temple, as a church, will stand as a temple, church and a mandir or a masjid. You cannot change it, period. What is it that we are trying to do, and who are these petitioners? They have also filed, the same group has filed in Indore. You go to Qutub Minar and you want to say that, oh, it's not a Qutub Minar. You say Taj Mahal is not, you say Mumbai Hajeri Dargah is a mandir. That is what I had laid my apprehensions when the judgment of Babri Masjid came, that you have given a judgment on Astha, this will open the floodgates argument. Now everyone will say this is a Rastha. Where is an end to this?
Are you claiming that the petitioners,
I will not allow another masjid to be taken away from me.
Are you claiming that the petitioners are therefore backed by political forces? Is that your accusation?
Well, they are definitely backed by the Sangh Parivar. I am not saying they don't have the right to go to the court, but the court will have to take a decision based on the 1991 Act.
But once
these are the same group of people who are now filed a case in Indore also.
But Mr. Owaisi, once the court takes a decision, it is the duty of everyone to respect it. If the court decides that a survey must take place, videography must take place, you've got to respect it. You can't say you're above the court.
Well, Rajdeep, who demolished Babri Masjid despite giving an assurance to the Supreme Court? Who went and placed idols in Babri Masjid in a surreptitious and a cowardly way in the night of December 1948? And then no one is convicted for the demolition of Babri Masjid. As an Indian Muslim, I will not allow one more masjid to be taken away from me. You have taken away one masjid from me in the garb of some Mughal king had demolished a mandir, which the Supreme Court had said that no mandir was demolished. The Supreme Court had given a judgment which I respectfully disagree, because it is based on Astha. Where is an end to Astha? Please tell me. Tomorrow I'll stand up and say, where the Prime Minister lives, right underneath is a masjid, let us start excavating it, let us have a videography of it. Will you do that?
So I will ask you in conclusion, you will presumably, when you say that you will not allow another masjid to be demolished, you are saying that you will go to the court against this Varanasi lower court order. Am I correct?
I hope and I plead with the committee of Gyanvapi and the personal law board that please go to Supreme Court before the summer vacation starts. It is Honorable Justice Chandrachud who has written that judgment. That 1991 Act is now part of secularism and part of the basic structure of the Constitution. No lower court can turn that Supreme Court judgment. The Supreme Court judgment is a law according to our Constitution. The lower courts must implement the law passed by the Parliament and the judgment given by the Supreme Court. By doing this so-called survey, you are opening a new front which will take our country back in late 1980s and 1990 and post-1992.
Asaduddin Owaisi, you've made your point and you've made it very strongly. I appreciate you joining me here on the news today.